Good morning and welcome to Gentle Morning Yoga for a Grateful Heart. My name is Jessica and I'm here at Easy Tiger Yoga in San Marcos, Texas. If you are in the area, please check this studio out. It's amazing. So today we're going to focus on feeling grateful, opening our heart to feel grateful throughout the day. I love working with gratitude because it's such a powerful emotion and can really shift any situation. So starting the day off like that is just really magical and amazing. So we're going to open up the whole body for the day, release all that surface tension, and open the heart as well, and connect to the feeling of gratitude. So we can radiate gratitude as we move throughout the day. All right, let's get started. So we'll start our practice this morning standing. And just begin to lift your knees up, just warming up the knees, and then let this movement help you find your natural stance here. And just connect down to sensations in your feet and rock from the ball of the foot to the heel. Maybe lifting the heel up. Notice what muscles you're using as you do that. And then bring the weight to the center of your foot. Good. Begin to feel the tilt of your pelvis so that you feel your tailbone draw down and you have an imaginary belt buckle and it's moving up. Bring your palms directly onto your heart. And if you can, close your eyes. If that doesn't feel good, you can just find a focal point out in front on the floor. And just take a few deep breaths into the body. Feel the movement your breath creates in your body. So you might feel your hands moving up and down. Notice how your body feels this morning. And let your breath shift your awareness from the outer world to your own little inner world, connecting to sensations in your body, the sensation of your breath, and then begin to connect to the feeling of gratitude. Where do you feel it in your body? If there's resistance here to feel gratitude, that's completely okay. Think of something that you feel grateful for, something that's really easy to connect to. And sometimes I like to just say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You might feel your sides of your lips start to curl up and smile. And we'll take a deep breath in here. And exhale. And when you're ready, open your eyes and relax your arms down by your sides. Begin to roll your shoulders forward. And notice how this movement also affects your chest and upper back and shoulder blades. Since the arm bone connects to the sternum here in the chest, I like to also think of this as warming up my heart. So just pause in the center and begin to roll the other direction. Feel free to bend the elbows to create a little more space for your shoulders. Notice sensations in your chest and upper back and shoulder blades. And maybe even up into the neck and the jaw. And then relax your shoulders down when you're ready. Feel the shoulder blades rolling towards each other. And inhale, squeeze your shoulders up to your ears. And then exhale out of the mouth and relax the shoulders down. And inhale, squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, relax the shoulders down. And one more time, inhale and squeeze. And then exhale, relax down. Shake the shoulders out. Relax the shoulders down. And so we're going to fold forward, so you might want to place a block or a chair out in front. And just bring the arms down by the sides and begin to bend the knees. So let the movement start there. As you begin to bend the knees, hinge at the hips, let your hands slide down your legs as you fold forward and bring your hands onto your block or the chair or maybe all the way to the floor. See if you can nod the head yes and relax the back of your neck and keep your knees bent generously so that you're protecting your hamstrings and allowing your spine to hang, and just connect to your breath for a few breaths, breathing in and out. And inhale. Exhale, feel your belly suck in And begin to roll up the spine. If you need some low back support, feel free to place your hands on top of your thighs. Let the head be the last thing to come up as you stack your vertebrae. And on an inhale, bring your arms up overhead. And then exhale, palms together, hands to the heart. Good, we'll do that again. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, palms together, hands to the heart, bend the knees, fold forward. Good, nod the head, yes. Feel the breath moving into your upper back, into the backs of your lungs. And inhale here, exhale, suck the belly in and roll up the spine. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, palms together at the heart. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, palms together, hands to the heart. Bend the knees, fold forward. Bring your hands onto your chair or the block or the floor. Relax your neck. Notice your breath in this upside down pose. And then inhale, exhale, suck the belly in and roll up the spine. Take as many breaths as you need to. When you arrive standing, inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a deep breath, feel the weight in your feet, and feel the sensations of your hands touching. Relax your arms down. And then step to the front of the mat. So you can move your props off to the side. Your feet are about hips distance apart and bring your hands onto your hips. Begin to feel an activation of the belly, so those deep core muscles, by drawing the navel in towards your spine. And keep that activation as you step your right foot back behind you. Good. Angle the back foot so it feels good for your hips. And make sure that you create a little space here for your low back. So as opposed to a tightrope when you're heel to heel, you want to be more on a railroad track. Hands on the hips. Feel the tailbone drawing down and begin to move your left knee forward. So make sure that your knee doesn't go past the ankle. You want it above or behind, especially in the morning. You want to leave yourself a little space to open. So when you find a position here that feels good for your hips and legs and knees and ankles, bring your arms up overhead and feel the shoulders relax down the back. So if you feel your arms are kind of moving forward here, just bring the arms down a little bit, like you're holding a big beach ball. Feel the shoulders roll down the back, palms facing in towards each other, and feel your shoulder blades roll in towards each other. Take a couple deep breaths. With each exhalation, just activate the belly just to reaffirm that space in the low back and drawing the tailbone down. And begin to feel the heart open. Really using your breath here. Imagine that you're breathing all the way into the back foot. Good, and inhale here. Exhale, relax the arms down, straighten the front leg. Strong core. As you step the back foot forward, lift the knees. Good, and then find your stable stance. Bring your hands onto your hips. Step your left foot back this time. Good, really press into the back foot. Remember to create some space. Check in with your low back. Make sure the tailbone's drawing down. Good, keep the hands on the hips as you begin to move your right knee forward and take a couple deep breaths. Good, breathing all the way into the back foot. Keep the tilt of the pelvis. And when you're ready, bring your arms up overhead and relax the shoulders down the back. Maybe create a little more space here so you really feel your chest is open. Shoulder blades roll in towards each other, palms face in towards each other. Take a couple deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Straighten the front leg, relax the arms down. Activate your belly, and then step the back foot forward, lift the knees. Find your stable stance, and inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, palms together, hands to the heart, bend the knees, fold forward. So you can place your hands on your block or the chair or onto the floor, or maybe you want to hold opposite elbows this time. Really bending the knees, create some space in between your rib cage and hips, and maybe pull the crown of the head down towards the floor. Notice the weight in the feet. A lot of the times we shift to the balls of the feet. Bring it back into the heels as well. Take a couple deep breaths here. And then relax the arms down, maybe placing them on top of your thighs for low back support. Suck the belly in and roll up the spine. Arms reach up overhead when you're ready. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a deep breath. Feel the weight in your feet. Feel your hands touching. And relax the arms down. From here, let's come into a wide stance. So you can pivot your feet forward here, and the stance, or the width of your stance, is about the length of your own personal leg. So you're gonna bring your hands onto your hips. Good, and checking in with the pelvis, make sure you're taking care of your low back. Begin to pivot the right foot out about 90 degrees. So I say about because everyone's hips rotate out differently. So if your foot's a little more pivoted in, that's okay. If it's a little more out, that's okay. You want to find what feels good for you and your joints. Same for the left foot. You can pivot in, maybe parallel. All right, so bring the hands onto the hips and feel the tailbone draw down and begin to bend the right knee. Good, adjust the feet if you need to. And just make sure that your knee isn't going past the ankle, so you want it above or behind. And bring the arms into a T when you're ready and feel the shoulders roll down the back. And maybe feel the left shoulder move back just a bit, opening the chest. And you can gaze forward, the same direction your chest is pointing, or over the right fingertips. Take a couple deep breaths here. Imagine that your breath is moving all the way down into your feet. So grateful for our legs and hips. And when you're ready, straighten the right leg, relax the arms down, pivot your feet forward, and then over to the other side. So your left foot comes out, right foot comes at an angle that feels good for you. We'll start with the hands on the hips so you can feel the tilt of the pelvis and begin to bend the right knee. Good. Find a position that feels good for you. And bring the arms into a T. Feel the shoulders roll down the back. Find a gaze that feels good. And take a few deep breaths here. Now remember the strength of the right leg so you can push down into the right foot. See what it feels like to push down into the left heel. And take one more deep breath here. And then inhale, straighten the left leg, relax the arms down. Pivot the feet forward. And then over to the right again. Adjust the feet. We'll start with the hands on the hips. Tilt the pelvis so your belt buckle's moving up. And begin to bend the right knee. Now keeping your chest open and really focusing on the length of the right side body, bring your right palm onto the right thigh. And then begin to hinge towards the right thigh. So maybe you're just here today. That's awesome. Maybe you want to hinge a little bit deeper. And perhaps bring the right forearm down onto the thigh. But if that's crunching the right side body, bring it back up so you feel the length of the right side body. So the left arm can stay down, or you can bring the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. And maybe begin to bring the right hand onto the heart. You can gaze up towards the fingertips or down at the floor or somewhere in between. Just make a choice. Feel the chest reaching up and out of the hips and take a couple deep breaths. And then relax the left arm down. Good, bring it all the way back up. Relax the right arm down and straighten the right leg. Pivot the feet forward and just bend one knee at a time gently and rock the hips from side to side. Thank you, legs and hips, for all that you do. Bring it back to center and pivot your left foot out this time. Good. Position the feet so it feels good. Hands on the hips. And begin to bend your left knee. Good. And then bring the left palm onto the thigh. Feel the chest open so your right shoulder is moving back just a little bit. Tailbone keeps drawing down. And begin to hinge towards the left thigh. So each side's a little different. Honor that. So maybe you're here. Maybe you bring the left forearm down, come down a little deeper. You can lift the right fingertips up if that feels good for your shoulder. And perhaps you want to bring your hand onto your heart center. And take a couple deep breaths. Breathing into the body. Feel the length of the left side body. And then relax the right arm down. Come all the way back up. Straighten or pivot the feet forward. And hands on the hips, just roll the hips around in one direction. And then pause in the center, roll the other direction. And bring it back to center. Relax the arms down. And then begin to walk your feet together and lift the knees. Good. From here, we're going to move down onto hands and knees. So you can pad your knees if you would like. And I always like. Especially on these hard floors. So you can position your blanket like this, so your knees are on the blanket and your ankles hang off the edge. And bring your wrists underneath your shoulders, or you can place your hands a little further out in front to take pressure off the wrist. So the knees are underneath the hips, the feet are behind the knees. And look down at your hands and spread the fingers wide and press the index finger and thumb down. If this is too much for the wrists, you can always bring your hands into fists as well. So inhale here. Notice your pelvis. Are you dropping the belly? And just lengthen the spine. And on an exhalation, rock your hips back towards your heels, not necessarily to the heels. And we're going to inhale and come back up to hands and knees. And then exhale, rock your hips back. And inhale, pull on the hands and come back up. And exhale, rock it back. And inhale, pulling up. So continue this at your own pace. Feel free to close your eyes and really connect to all the sensations here. The ebb and flow of your breath, inhaling up. Exhaling back. Notice all the sensations in your body. And the next time you come up to hands and knees, stay here and take a breath. Begin to walk your hands back towards your knees and come to standing on the knees. And take a breath here. Bring your arms out wide into a T. I'm going to face you so you can see what I'm doing. Palms facing forward, shoulders roll down the back, and begin to bend the elbows so the fingertips are moving towards the back of your head so they don't have to come all the way there. Find what feels good for your shoulders. So take a couple deep breaths here and just focus on the forward movement of the breath. So you're breathing into the chest. Feel the tailbone drawing down. And you can stay right here, or you can begin to rock back a bit. Keep the length of the low back, so you're just bringing a little activation into the front body, maybe opening your chest a little more up towards the ceiling. Keep the back of the neck long and take a couple deep breaths. And then when you're ready, bring it all the way back up and relax the arms down. Roll the shoulders forward, roll the shoulders back, relax the shoulders down. From here, find a comfortable way to come to a seated position with your legs out in front. And you can sit on a blanket, especially if you have pretty tight hamstrings or low back. You can sit on the blanket even higher than this, but make sure you're sitting at the edge of the blanket so that your pelvis tilts. Bring your left foot to the inside of the right leg, and the fingertips come back behind you. Really push down into the fingertips, shoulders roll down the back so the chest is open. And you can stay right here. We're just not going to stay here very long. Or if you would like, you can hinge forward, but let it start at the hips. And just take a couple deep breaths, breathing into the back of the leg. Good, one more deep breath here. And bring it all the way back up. Good. Left leg comes out, right foot comes in. Push down into the fingertips to reach the rib cage up and out of the hips. You can stay right here, or maybe you hinge forward, let it start at the hips, and take a couple deep breaths. Just opening the backs of the legs. Deep breaths. And bring it all the way back up. Bring both legs out in front and shake the legs out. Good. And then you can remove your blanket off to the side. Good. Bring your feet to the floor. And bring your arms out in front. Really sit up tall. From here, you're going to slowly roll onto your back and just do the best you can. So if it's not as slow as you would like, that's okay. Just rolling all the way onto your back. And when you arrive on your back, bring your arms up overhead and reach from your fingers to your toes. Inhale, exhale. Bring your arms down by your sides. Bring your feet to the floor. And lift the right foot up towards the ceiling. Roll the foot around in one direction. And then the other way, and bring it back to center. And really press into the heel. And keep pressing as you bend the knee and bring the right ankle onto the left knee. So a few variations. You can just lift the left heel off the floor. Or you can lift the left foot a little bit higher, maybe place a block underneath the left foot. Or you can draw your left knee in towards your chest. Now keep your arms down by your sides at first so you can find the edge in your hips. And then you can grab back behind the left leg or behind the left knee or on top of the left knee if you can keep your shoulders relaxed and the chest open and your head in line with the spine. So just take a couple deep breaths here, breathing into the hip. Keep pressing into the right heel to protect the muscles in the right knee. And take one more deep breath here. And then exhale and release. And bring both feet back to the floor. Inhale, lift the left foot up. Roll the foot around in one direction. And then the other way. Bring it back to center. Really press into the heel. Bring the left ankle onto the right knee. And find a position here on this side that feels good for you. Each side is different, so just honoring that. Keep the chest open, the shoulders relaxed. Let go of that kind of destination mentality and just be where you are today. Breathing deeply. Just feeling grateful that you showed up on the mat today. You're opening your breath, opening your body. Good, one more deep breath here, and then exhale and release and bring both feet to the floor. Good, draw the knees in, lift the feet up, roll the ankles around in one direction and then the other way. Good, bring it back to center. If you need to slightly bend the knees here, feel free. Arms down by the sides. Good, just take a couple deep breaths here. So we're just allowing for the lymph that we released in practice to flow down into the chest, where it releases out of the bloodstream. So it's cleansing the body, helping your immune system, and you're also helping your heart by just making it work a little bit harder with the legs above. you like this. Just take a couple deep breaths and begin to focus on long exhalations. And then bend the knees. Good. Hands on the knees, draw the knees into the chest, and take a couple deep breaths. And then bring your feet to the floor. Good. Slide your legs all the way out onto the floor for final relaxation pose. Bring the arms down by the sides, maybe a little further away, just so you feel the chest open. And this pose is the most important pose in yoga because it's allowing your connective tissue to cool down and reshape into this new form that you created. So we'll stay here at least 2 minutes. And just fight that urge to just get up and go. This is really where the magic happens. This is really where you can show gratitude to your body by just releasing and relaxing. Feel the crown of the head relax, feel the back of the head release. Feel your face soften. Relax your jaw. You can wiggle it from side to side. Relax your throat and the back of your neck. Release your shoulders and arms and hands. Relax your chest and upper back and shoulder blades. Soften your belly. Feel your low back lengthening and expanding. Relax your buttocks, your hips, your pelvic floor, your thighs and knees and calves and shins and ankles and feet. All soften and release. And just take a few more breaths here, just surrendering into gravity. Surrendering into this moment. Just let your mind wander. Ready, begin to slowly wake up your bodies. You wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your ankles and your wrists. Maybe finding a little stretch here if that feels good. And then one at a time, draw your knees into your chest. Rock your hips from side to side. And then roll over onto your side and take a couple breaths there. You can use your bottom arm as a pillow. Bringing your hand to the floor, push into your hand and slowly roll up to a seated position. You can sit on a blanket or a bolster. Bring your palms directly onto your heart. Take a few deep breaths, feeling gratitude. Thank you for this body. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this beautiful day where anything could happen. Thank you for the possibility of miracles. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Bring your palms together to your heart. I'm so grateful for you, for showing up today, for watching this video. The light within me bows to the light within you. Namaste. Thank you so much. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Please give it a thumbs up and have a beautiful day. I'm so grateful for you.